Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. I am filming on the same day that last week's video was, so I'm still sick, not in real life, but today I am. Please forgive my voice. I'm feeling under the weather. Today's video, this week's video, is all about why I use grades or marks for my kids' homeschools. Now, I do not do this with Darian at all, my special needs son with autism. He is almost 15 years old. I do not use marks with him. It would go over his head. Unless it came with like candy, it wouldn't be something that he would find useful or helpful in any way, and so I don't do that with him. I do use grades with my girls for a variety of different reasons, 3 in particular. Number one, they did come from a brick and mortar school for till grade 4 for my oldest daughter and till grade 2 for my youngest daughter. And so they already had an understanding of grades and getting check marks and X's and the whole 9 yards. They already knew that system. I only added a letter mark to it later to kind of help them understand. So right now, my eldest daughter is probably the only one who is going to be going to a college or university, if they still exist by then. The reason why is because the things that she wants to do would require science, and she talks about being marine archaeologist and stuff like that, so things that she would need, but I want to teach her the value of her hard work. So I'll give you an example. For her, if she doesn't see a point or a purpose to an assignment that I give her, which will happen all the time in college, she doesn't really try all that hard. And I got these reading journals from Not Consumed Ministries because when I did book reports, it was, again, this really I don't care kind of attitude. And I really want her to understand just how much a half-hearted paper or a half-hearted job on a course can really drag your grade point average down. And so she very much so, I use this to make sure that my youngest daughter, for instance, actually understands what she reads. It's Reading Comprehension 101. And my daughter, who has been an excellent reader since she was in kindergarten almost, not because of anything I did, she doesn't see the point to this at all. And so I've been able to take it and show her that when she only gets a 57% on her reading journal, how it doesn't matter if you get 90s and 95 or 80s up here. This is going to drag your grade point average down. And I want her to be able to understand this now when she's in grade 7 and 8 and 9, so that by the time she gets to high school and college or university, she understands this perspective or this point so well that she is not surprised and she's not wasting the moolah that she puts into her college and university career. So it's a big reason why. Number 2, we live in Alberta, Canada, and we are required to have a portfolio and a grade for each of my kids. Not Darian, of course, but for my 2 girls. I definitely need to be able to show them that they are not watching TV all day or we're just going out on field trips. They need to have some paper that I can show my facilitator. And so this is a really easy way of saying this is what they earned. Number 3 is that value of what you've earned. I think even if you are not coming from a place of going, I'm going to go into a college or university, being able to see the value of your hard work equals something in return is a good lesson for life in general. So for my kids, when they go to do a job, they understand that that's what their paycheck is about. That is what keeping your job is about. Now, I say all of this not to say if you don't use grades in your school, shame on you. No, 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 no. Each one of us has a different thought process and a reason for doing this. I'm just sharing why I choose to use grades, and if you choose not to, there is no judgment here. It's just because I think there's been a few times people have asked me, why do you when you're homeschooled and you don't have to? And technically I do, but I also see the value in it for my kids. They do chores and they do lots of other things, but they don't necessarily see the immediate connection between doing my chores and getting clean dishes, because sometimes mommy does them, or sometimes dad does them, or sometimes it's so far between me doing my chore and eating that their brains just like don't always get it. Or laundry, any of those types of chores, it's not always immediately like, oh, that's why I do that. But when it comes to a grade, if they do this amount of effort and they get this grade back, it's almost immediate. And I can always have those discussions with them saying, okay, now do you see the effort that you put into this meant that you got this mark? If you put a little bit more, do you think that that would increase your mark? Yes. But it's a really good image. And I know that it is from the brick and mortar school, and a lot of homeschoolers are like, don't want anything to do with that anymore. But I recognize, especially for my eldest daughter, if she does go into a college or university, that is going to be the way it is. And I don't want her to feel like I didn't prepare her for that version of the brick and mortar school, because that's what it is. So I hope that this has been encouraging, or some information that you needed. Maybe you didn't. But thanks for watching anyway, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.